Hello. Welcome in, sis. Hi, user. Welcome in. Thank you for liking the live. Thank y'all. I'm so late. Hey, y'all. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for coming in the room. Thank you for being here. Hi. How you doing, sis? Yes, let me move this. We're going to talk about some inner work tonight. Oh, no, I deleted it. Hold on. Welcome in. No, let me. Hi, timeline. I am doing great. How are you doing? How are you doing? Let me see. Effects. Okay. Nope. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to put the title up here. Stickers. There we go. We're going to talk about some inner work that needs to be done tonight. Inner work. That's what we're talking about tonight. And how the inner work needs to be first. Okay. Y'all got that? I forgot my laptop. Welcome in. Today was a beautiful day. Yes. That's so good to hear. Yes, I am here for it. I am Danielle Elizabeth for those that are new, those that are passing through. I appreciate you. Yes, I'm good relaxing this evening. Yes. Hi, Emmy. Yes, it is so good to relax. Relaxation is so necessary. It is so needed. Hey. How you doing, Emmy? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I'm so happy that y'all are here with me. We gonna talk about some inner work. Hi, Indigo. Welcome in. For those that don't know, that's the title. Y'all go ahead and y'all come in. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. I'm gonna share. Y'all share the live. I'm gonna share the live. I'm going to share the live to people. Welcome in. Who just followed me? Who I miss? Oh, hi. Hi, Tawanda. Welcome in. Hello. Hello, Darlene. Welcome in, y'all. I'm Danielle Elizabeth. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Lucky. I'm Danielle Elizabeth. Thank y'all so much for coming in tonight. I'm so happy that y'all are here. Yes, I am a mental health therapist. And yes, thank you so much for the follow. Hi, Florence. Welcome in. So again, we're going to talk a little bit about inner work tonight and what that internal work looks like, okay? Hi, Julie. Welcome in. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Mandy. Welcome back. So again, thank you. Thank y'all for coming in. Y'all come in. Y'all get y'all daily heart me up here. Y'all engage with y'all hosts. Y'all comment and let y'all. Yes, good evening. Y'all let me know y'all in the room. Hello. Hi, Julie. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Y'all get y'all pen and paper out. Y'all get ready. because we're going to talk about some stuff tonight. And it's going to be quick. It's going to be powerful. But I will not be here all night. Not tonight. Hi, Moon. I am just going to make sure that we get all the questions answered and things like that. Thank you for the share. Y'all follow Julie. Y'all see how Julie just... Let me follow Julie back. How Julie just follow and share the live. I appreciate that so much. Y'all make sure if y'all looking for some quality people, y'all follow Secret Travels, like the lives and share the lives. Teddy Bear, welcome in. Y'all are just awesome. So I am going to get started. For those that are in here, we got 8 people in here. That's enough to get in. Hello, Teddy Bear. How are you? Hello. Thank you for announcing yourself. How you doing? Where you coming in from? Where y'all coming in from? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm doing great. Hi, Ann. Welcome in. Hi, Brilliant Minds. Louisiana. Yes, Puerto Rican. What's up? Yes. Okay, Massachusetts. Okay. Hi, how are you, Queen? Hi, Niecy. Welcome in, sis. Yes, y'all are pushing. Hello. Hi, Puerto Rican. Yes. Hi, Mandy. Thank you so much for the roses. Yes. So I want to talk to y'all. I'm so glad that we're in here. Hi, pretty voice. We just getting started. Go ahead and come on in, have a seat, No, you didn't miss it. I just saw clients tonight. And so because I saw clients tonight, I had to start a little later this evening. But I am a person of my word. And so every day we're going live. So I am here with y'all. And so I appreciate y'all being here with me. Y'all are so awesome. Tonight, our title right here, we're talking about inner work and how that Puerto Rican, this is not your first rodeo. Hi, Rosalind. So again, our inner work is where we want to start. Okay, our inner work is where we want to spend where we want to spend our time. Today, I know it's so late. I appreciate y'all being here. I swear. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. No, and yes, I am here. I am a person of my word. When I say something, you could bank on it. Okay? So I am so happy that y'all are here. So again, when it comes down to our inner work, oftentimes when we need proof that our inner work has happened, a lot of times we don't have that. And so what I mean by that is, welcome in. What I mean by that is, say for an example, you are in the middle of a conflict, you are in the middle of a disagreement, and hello, Mello, welcome in, and you are needing to use your coping skills or using your assertive skills or your communication skills. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. When that's the case, we want to make sure that our inner work can support that. Because a lot of times, thank you so much for your generosity with the roses. Thank you. A lot of times when we are in a space where we're needing to use our coping skills, needing to use our our assertive skills, our communication skills, whatever skills that we may need in that moment. Thank y'all. We find ourselves struggling sometimes. We find ourselves struggling sometimes when, thank you for the share, Nisi. We find ourselves struggling. Thank you. Thank you for the daily heart me. If y'all haven't got y'all daily heart me, get your daily heart me and engage with your host. Again, thank y'all so much for being here. Hi, Barbara. Okay, so when we are in a space where we need to have some form of stamina, or we have had to, or we need proof that we have that stamina to go through what we're dealing with at that time, if we don't have it, a lot of times that's an indicator that our inner conversation is winning, and that some internal work may need to happen. Hi, Alex. Our internal work may need to happen in order for us to externally show up for ourselves. Okay? Y'all clock that? Okay? Y'all clock that? Our inner work, sometimes we need to do our inner work first so that externally we can know how to show up for ourselves. Okay? And so when we can do that, yes, very true. Anybody, if you could relate, go ahead and tap that screen. But again, definitely being able to make sure when we are not able to show up for ourselves externally, what's happening internally that we are maybe ignoring, that we are maybe forgetting about, that we may be not so focused on, or not as keen to what's happening, you know. And when that's the case, we won't be able to show up for ourselves in the way that we need to in the middle of a conversation, or in the middle of a debate, or in the middle of, you know what I mean? In the middle of when you need to use it, right? When you need to be able to access those coping skills. Okay? So we want to make sure that we're spending in our free time, which it ain't free. Newsflash, our free time is not free. We don't want to treat time as free. Okay? So in our downtime, I'll say it that way, in our downtime, we want to make sure that we are showing up for ourselves internally. We want to make sure that we're showing up for ourselves internally. Welcome in, Queen. Thank you for the follow. Because when we can show up for ourselves internally, externally, we will know how to be. We will know how to represent. And we will know how to advocate. Because that's really important. Doing inner work teaches you how to advocate for yourself. It teaches you that you are deserving of advocating for yourself. It teaches you that that it's necessary for you to advocate for yourself. Okay? Y'all go ahead and let me know if any of this makes sense to y'all in the comments. Let me know I'm not talking to myself. And feel free to ask questions. I want to get as many questions in as possible. As I said earlier, hi. Thank you for commenting. Yes. Thank you for letting me know you're in the room. I appreciate that you're still with me. I appreciate you. Okay. Yes. Good. I'm glad it's making sense to y'all. Yes. So how do we... Thank you, Nisi. Hi, Pasta. What is inner work? I appreciate you talking about this topic. Sometimes we need to do the inner work to show up. Yes. So, Pasta, inner work is our topic for tonight. And we're talking about how hold on. Okay, let me read that in 1 second. We're talking about how doing inner work and making sure that we are a lot of times healing our younger self is inner work. I don't think, no, it definitely didn't show up. I didn't see your question, Nisi. Hold on. Let me see. How do y'all see the filtered, the TikTok? Nisi, ask it one more time and let me see if it pop up. How y'all see the filtered comments? No, I don't want to comment. I want to. Okay, so inner work. I got a few questions in the queue right now. So inner work, healing your inner child, reparenting yourself, right? Those are the main two for inner work. And then Indigo says, I feel what you're saying. You can paint a house, but if the bones aren't good, don't matter. I agree. You could paint the house. Nisi, what's your question? I definitely want to hear it. Hi Linda, welcome in. Hi Miss K. Yes. So when we're dealing with that inner work, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Again, we don't want to, as Indigo said, build the house or paint the house when our foundation is funky. Okay, hold on, y'all. That's just not the disrespect. TikTok being disrespectful. There's a way to, y'all know. Thank you. Welcome back, Emmy. Anyone knows how I can see the unfiltered? So I have to go heal my past to improve my future self. Yes. Yes, I love that that's your takeaway. That's exactly what you need to do. Nisi, don't give up, okay? Keep commenting, and so I can maybe see how to filter. I don't see how I'm filtering. Let me see. Thank you. Yes, so thank you, Miss K. So we do have to heal our past to improve our future self. Does inner work require relearning confidence? Inner work requires relearning confidence specifically because you want to oh yeah, that's not okay. I need to see Nisi's comment. So Mandy, does requiring inner work, does it requires relearning confidence? It requires for you to reparent. And so depending on how parenting happened as a child, that's okay. We appreciate you hanging out. As you do some of that work, a lot of times, so say for an example, you grew up in a household where you were talked down to or talked about or talked at instead of talked to and things like that. A lot of that will and can interfere with your confidence as an adult. So there's a lot of reparenting that has to happen and relearning because that inner work will tell you that you're not good enough because it's still holding on to the old truth of what this person said or that person said. Okay? Does that make sense? Indigo, I think you're right. You might have to go to the hospital. I definitely am sending positive thoughts your way. Nisi, are you still with me? I hope you are. Y'all, TikTok being disrespectful tonight. Okay. Try to see if, try to break up your question and see if it'll let any of your comments come through. Welcome in, Malcolm. I tried to click on it. Hi, Big Show. Welcome back. Again, we want to do the inner work first. Because when we need to show up for ourselves, our minds will not have the capacity to do the inner work at the time that we need it. Welcome in, Roberts. Okay? Our minds will not because it don't want to, but because it doesn't have the capacity. Welcome in, user. Because it doesn't have the capacity. Yay, I'm starting to see something. Okay? If you feel you've lost yourself, okay? Again, y'all continue to tap the screen. Y'all continue to let people come in here. We need as many people in here as possible. Yes. How to show up for yourself. Yes. So that was where I was even headed too. So that worked out. What? In your live? I don't know if that's true. Okay, let me see. Again, so to show up for yourself, it is very difficult. And honestly, in some ways, I would say close to, I don't like to use the word impossible. It is very challenging and very difficult to show up for yourself. Hi, Luther. Show up for yourself in the midst of needing yourself. Y'all clock that? It is difficult to show up for yourself in the midst of needing yourself. Yes, TikTok is hating. For real, for real. And so with that being the case, we have to do the inner work when we are in a different space. I know. I don't know what I did. What did I do, Indigo? What happened? What did I do? Hi, Jay. Again, our inner work has to happen when we almost feel that we don't need it. When we almost feel that we are good and squared away and all those things. That's when we want to spend our quote unquote free time working on that inner work, working on that inner conversation, addressing those negative thoughts about ourselves. Okay? Because if we try to do it when we need it, that's a great question. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. Hi, Taisha. I hope I said your name right. Welcome in, Kim. I'm going to be, and starting in May, I'm going to be on those platforms a lot more than I will be on TikTok. I'm still going to be on TikTok, getting my 3 times a week, but not on an everyday basis. So if you guys do want to follow me on those channels where you learn how to meditate, where you learn how to do some of the things that, or a lot of the things that I'm teaching, and how to apply it in real time, then you'll benefit from taking my class and or signing up to. You guys can also be subscribers. So also too, my subscribers get extra time, one-on-one time with me as well. So you can also be a subscriber. Welcome in, CapCut. So those things, thank you. So those things are also other ways that you can do that. Hi, Q baby. Okay. So again, when we are in need, that is not the time that we want to try to apply some of these tips. We want to apply these tips. Hi, Mango. Welcome in. We want to apply these tips and apply these concepts when we are in our downtime. Hi, Henry. When we are feeling like, okay, I'm just gonna watch some TV. Challenge your inner child. Yay! Y'all, thank y'all so much. Hi, Craft Mama. Crafty Mama, how you doing? Yes! Yes, y'all. Hi, Gwendolyn. Welcome in. So, for those that are new, for those that are passing through, for those that are just coming in, I'm your host, Danielle Elizabeth. I'm a mental health therapist. And tonight we are talking about inner work and the importance of inner work and the importance of applying inner work. Welcome in, Lady Deborah. And so I am so excited that y'all are here. I'm excited that y'all are hanging out with me. Feel free to, hi Marie. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free, definitely engage with your host. Get your daily heart me. Ask questions about the title. Y'all engage with each other, because that's how TikTok know that our room is popping. Okay? And I feel like everything that we talk about, people need to hear. So y'all help me do that. Y'all help me do that by sharing it. Y'all help me do that when y'all tap the screen. And then I'll try to do my job by keeping them in the room when they come in. Good evening. Hi, CeeLo. Welcome in. I'll try to do my job by keeping them in here, okay? So y'all do the line and hook, and then welcome in, Auntie. Welcome in. Okay, so back to our inner work. Hi, Nicole. Welcome in. Hi, welcome back, Gwendolyn. Okay, so back to what our inner work and hi, Christy. It is important and it is vital to understand that your body remembers. Your body remembers. Your body still hold on to things that happened to it. Things that it was affected by. Welcome in, top light skin. Welcome in. Okay. Our body remembers. It truly does. I'm glad you're here. How are you? Hi, Irene. Welcome in. Our body remembers. And when our body is being put into a position that is reminding our body of what it has gone through in the past, our body will react in the way that it would react as if we're going through that same original trauma all over again. Welcome in, Moon Fairy. And so we have to be careful, and we have to, and that's the importance of doing some inner work, because then we can help heal. We can help heal ourselves by acknowledging. Yes. Hi, Shishi. Or is that Shy Shy? Yeah, I had therapy. Yeah. A lot of times, and again, as a trauma-informed therapist, we talk a lot about inner work. We talk a lot about inner child healing. We talk a lot about reparenting yourself here. So if you're new, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, Brownie. Welcome in, Wendy. So again, if you are in a space where your body, hello, my body drains my energy when triggered with, yes. And a lot of times when that's the case, we will feel almost like we just got hit with a truck. Welcome in, E. Hi, Brownie. Hi. Thank you for speaking. Hello, how are you? Thank you for liking the live. When our body is drained and our body get maxed out, and sometimes if we're in such a traumatic state, then sometimes when we're in such a traumatic state, we'll find ourselves struggling. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. We'll find ourselves struggling to even kind of grasp what we need. Hold on one second. When I open up about my trauma, I get the whole "you're fine" routine, and it sets me back into it. Yeah. And it sounds like we got some amens, and there's some other people. Hi, Lydia. Welcome in. There are some other people that can relate. Whenever, those are not our people. The people that are like, "You're fine. Well, it's a good thing you came out of it," or "you can't tell," all these different things. Those are not the people we want to be transparent and vulnerable with. Our story deserves validation. Your story deserves that. Your story deserves to be heard and seen in the true sense. Okay? And so we want to make sure that we are around individuals and people that can honor that. And people that can honor what we've been through. Because sometimes we'll even discount. Hi, Sabrina. Sometimes we'll even discount what we've gone through and what we've experienced and how many trials and things that we've gone through. Hi, Dimples. That we've gone through. So when we are around other people that also dismiss or minimize or any of that, it will cause us to, it will set us back. It will cause us to regress in a lot of ways. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. If y'all haven't got your daily heart me, go ahead and get that 30 to 35 if we can. Welcome in, Jude. Hi, user. How are you? Welcome back. Again, hi, Stefan. Okay. Tired of being vulnerable and literally cried out because I wasn't feeling well mentally and being ignored by family. Yes. Oftentimes, welcome in, Queen. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Gen Z. So, family sometimes can be, hey, sometimes family, uh, oftentimes, family, and I use that word loosely, our relatives. Thank you for the follow, Queen. Sometimes they are the ones. Yes. And that's why I'm so, oh, you're overwhelmed. That's why I'm so glad that you guys are here. Yeah. Hi, Faith. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Top Light. Top Light Skin. You are just cracking me up with your name. No, don't interrupt. No, you didn't interrupt at all. Welcome me in China. No, I was trying to figure out what what kind of have you overwhelmed right now. Well, if you mind sharing, if you don't mind sharing. What's happening? Hi, Faith. Hi, Lee. Y'all getting the crowd jumping. Thank y'all so much for sharing and getting more people in here. Thank you for the daily heart me, whoever. You're sad. What's going on, y'all? Let's talk about it. Gen Z going through, Faith going through. What's up? Hi, Miss Alexis. Yeah. Wow, Faith and Gen Z, you two have some stuff in common. I I just don't have much time with my mom and dad. God is yet good. Hi. I love that. Is that Brittany? Did Brittany come in here? How you doing, Brittany? Faith, you said you miss mom. Hi, Vicky. And Gen Z, you're saying you don't have enough time with mom. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Losing parents is a hard thing. Hi, Cowboy. It's going great. How are you? March 19th. I am really sorry. And so, yeah. Yeah, Nisi, family. Here, Nisi, I'm going to pin this. Family oftentimes forget the fam part. Welcome in. Losing parents is so hard. I can personally relate in some ways. I've lost dad. Yet losing mom is just not okay. Gen Z, why you feel like crying? Yeah. Dad too, Faith? I recommend, I feel like I'm giving up on myself. Yes, y'all connect with each other. I think it's important to pull on community. Yes. I think it's important to pull on community. Gen Z, you're saying you feel like giving up on yourself. You're too deserving. You're too deserving of another try. You're too deserving of another try to give to for that. And I understand. You have comeback power. You hear me? You have comeback power. You can come back from this. That's not what other people, you're saying what other people are saying to you? Yeah. Those are not the people we want in our ear. Those are not the people we want around us. Y'all, this chat is jumping. Hi, Amber. My oldest sister and my grandma and my aunt. Yeah, it's probably because you're an empath. Hi, lovely bee. Welcome in. Faith, we are here with you. We are supporting you. You are in good company. Yes, thank you, Nisi, for pouring into her. I lost my dad five months ago, and my therapist told me to do so. Maria, I'm so sorry. Hey. How you doing? Welcome in. Hi, Dirted. Hi, Tara. Marie, I am so sorry. It is so painful, y'all. If y'all ever hear me say 7/17, when it's 7/17, that's the day that we lost Dad. So I feel that's his way of reminding me that he's still here with me. And so I wholeheartedly empathize with every single last one. My dad's name was Carl. I feel free. Sometimes I get comfort by saying his name. If you find comfort in saying your dad's name, feel free. Or your mom's name. 418 for you, yeah. LaBella, welcome in. Ashe, Aunt Ruby. Tomorrow. Ashe, Sophia. Yeah, so in the community, when we say Ashe, it's just like saying I'm amen. And it's just that we are in community together, that we are in agreement with each other. Hi, Abina. And so, Ashe to all of our ancestors, those that are looking, I believe that are looking and watching over. Welcome in, Gabe. That's funny that that's your name. Welcome in. Okay. Yes. Ashe Sophia. Yeah. For those that have lost some of my family in 2020, yeah. Ashe David. Yes. We say Ashe to those that have crossed over, to those that are still on our team but just in another way. We say Ashe to them. Okay. Welcome back, Julie. I want y'all to know, for those that are in here, I'm going live every single day for the month. Yes, I agree with you. For the month of April, and then May, I will have a set schedule. If this is helpful for you, if this is something that you are enjoying, go ahead and hit that follow button. Thank you, Faith, for the follow. I appreciate you. I feel a little better talking about it because I've been holding my feelings in. Yeah, I'm so glad that you, how did you find me, Genzy? How did y'all find me? Did I pop up on your For You page? Did somebody share the live? I'm so glad that you're here. On your For You page. Yay! Come through. Perfect. I'm so glad to hear that. Is that Zeta? Oh, thank you, Nisi, for saying that. Thank you, Faith. Welcome in, Cynthia. Welcome back. Hi, Tony. Yes. I'm so glad that y'all are welcome in, y'all. I'm so glad that y'all are networking and building that community. That is really important. Y'all consider being a subscriber, because come in May, I won't be doing as long as lives. I will be doing more for my subscribers, more so for YouTube. Yeah. Had Nazareno? Is that how you say that? Had you? Welcome in, Rosebud. I didn't know how to talk. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes showing up for ourselves could be one of the harder things. Could be one of the most challenging things. Okay? Which is why we want to make sure that we're doing that inner work. We want to make sure we're showing up for ourselves in that way. Guys, so I'm going to go to 1 hour tonight. I'm going to go to 1 hour tonight. So feel free to ask questions. Feel free to pick my brain for the last 10 minutes. I have clients in the morning. And I saw clients today. So I definitely want to make sure that we maximize this time. And I'm so glad that y'all are here. I'm so glad that y'all came. Where do you work? That is a great question. Okay, so I'm actually in my office right now. So what do I do? Thank y'all so much. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad for y'all to even be hanging out with me and not even knowing yet what I do. So I am Danielle Elizabeth. I am a mental health therapist, and I am a trauma-informed therapist here in Nevada. I service Illinois as well as Arizona, and I am so happy that y'all are here. And I'm so happy that y'all stayed, not even knowing my credentials. I appreciate that. Y'all could have passed through. Yeah, so for those, yes, so you used to people, hear cry. Yes, I'm used to people, expressing themselves. Hi, Tanya. Oh, it's Tanya. Did I say Tanya? Is it Tanya or Tanya? Yes, I agree. And I'm so glad you're here with me. But yes, I am used to Gen Z. I am used to people expressing themselves in that way. Hi, Tamika. What is it when you feel like go what you go through isn't as bad as someone else, even if it is? Okay. Hi, Xavier. Welcome in. A lot of times that is where we are minimizing our struggle. A lot of times because of self-worth. A lot of times when our self-worth is a little shaky, we want to make sure that we are, hold on one second, Faith. We want to make sure that we are not minimizing what we're going through because we don't feel we're not validating ourselves. And a lot of times not being able to validate yourself is also too has a lot to do with your self-worth and your self-confidence, and knowing that your feelings and because sometimes the way we talk to ourselves, we wouldn't dare talk to someone else that way. We wouldn't dare expect for somebody else to do one more thing if they told us that they had everything on their plate that we have on our plate. We wouldn't have that expectation for that person. So why is it then okay for us to have that expectation for us and towards us? It's not. Yet we act and treat it as if it is. Okay? If a person feel depressed. I am a patient. Yes, I do. I typically can pick up on when a person is having some depressive feelings, and maybe if they're experiencing or struggling with some form of trauma, things like that. A lot of times the body will let me know, just like the body lets you know. We just have to listen to our bodies, because our bodies will talk to us. Our bodies talk to us and let us know, hey, I'm not okay. That's me. I feel depressed. Yeah. And feeling depressed and struggling with that, we want to think about what we're thinking about. Because a lot of times, if we're depressed, we're thinking about something in the past. And if we're anxious, great. I'm so glad that you just commented, because if we're anxious, then that means we're thinking about something in the future. So again, if we're stuck in the past, we're going to be struggling with depression. If we're stuck in the future, we are probably going to be struggling with anxiety. Welcome in, Rebecca. So we want to think about what we're thinking about to help us be able to figure out how to get unstuck. It's going to be difficult to get unstuck, though. Oh my goodness. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thanks, Nisi. I'm so glad it's helping. Hi, Beach Nerd. Welcome in, Marie. Welcome back. Again, hi, Big Papa. Welcome back. We want to make sure that we remember some of that, okay? Because if we're mentally stuck in what happened and what's happening, depression is going to take over. If we're stressed about what's going to happen, what can happen, what might happen, anxiety will try to run the show. So as you feel depressed, you want to think about, what am I thinking about that has me depressed? What am I thinking about that has me feeling stuck? What am I thinking about that has me feeling nervous? And then that's where you do the work at. Okay? All right, y'all. I like to give everybody a warning. Yes, thank you for the hugs. Yes. I'm giving out virtual hugs to y'all too. Hi, Minister. Welcome in. Hi, Johnny. Welcome in. Hi, Yaya. So what should you do about the inner conversation? Or what should you do about the inner conversation, or what should you do about the depression? Because the inner conversation is what's going to help the depression. Thank you for the rose. Okay, so both. Okay. So that inner conversation is going. It's like a TV that you left on, that you have playing in the background when you sleep or when you're cooking. That inner conversation is always going. Welcome in, Chuck. When that inner conversation is going, we want to make sure that we are addressing that inner conversation, that we're challenging those thoughts. Again, a lot of what I'm saying is not the start of what I'm, okay, I can't talk. It's not the start of where you should start. You know, a lot of what I'm saying, we've been building on. And a lot of what I'm saying, we haven't built on as much, and I'm throwing out tools because I want for you to then apply some of those at a later. Welcome back, Soul. Okay, so we want to make sure that we do the first step, and that first step is to think about what we're thinking about. Because when we can challenge what we're thinking about, is going to then help by default that depressive or anxiety feeling. But if we don't control that inner conversation will have you feeling depressed when you're really not depressed. It will have you feeling defeated when you're really not defeated. Why do you think they asked this question? Do you think people coming off the TV? What do you mean by that, Faith? Genty, was that helpful? Y'all, we got to 10K before the end of the day. Hey, that rhymed. Oh, therapist asked that question. Yeah. We want to make sure that So all y'all got homework. Everybody's still in the room. Everybody's still hanging out. If you're still here, that means that you care about your mental health. And so I'm going to give you some homework. Oh, you told her no. I'm going to give y'all some homework as we come to an end. Hi, Blossom. I want for you to challenge, to just pick one thought. Hi, Blossom. Welcome in. I want for you to just pick one thought this week. One thought that inner conversation I think I'm missing something in the chat. One comment that inner conversation keeps bringing up, whether it's you're not good enough, whether it's you're not capable, whether it's you're a failure, whether it's you're not worthy. What is that inner conversation saying? What is that statement? And I want for you to just pick one statement, because in that inner conversation, there are a lot of statements just going. Just pick one statement and challenge that statement. Challenge that statement. Like, wait a minute. What makes this true? Who told me this was true? Not being good enough. Yeah. Challenging that thought. And Nisi, if you believe anything that I have ever said ever in this life, you are more than enough. You are more than enough. And I mean that with my whole heart. And anyone who says otherwise, send them my way. And that includes you. You don't get to say that about you no more. No one gets to beat up on you anymore, including you. Welcome in, Bright Eyes. That's y'all homework. We are no longer beating up on ourselves, and we're no longer letting other people beat up on ourselves. Genzi said that I'm not good enough and that I should give up. Genzi, you have comeback power. You hear me? You can come back. And anybody that got comeback power should never give up. You have comeback power. Welcome in, Jackson. Faith, it's the same thing for you. You have comeback power. You can come back from any adversity. Where do you find the comeback power? Oh, I love that question. I love that question. Sometimes you got to find your comeback power in a TikTok video and through a stranger in a screen that reminds you of who you are, that says something that resonates with you. Sometimes it's a motivational speaker. Sometimes it's your higher self. Sometimes it's your higher power. The reality is that comeback power is in you. It's in you. It just tells me that I should do that, so I don't do. Yeah. Hi, Ashton. Welcome in. Hey, Tony. How are you? Welcome back. Yes. Nisi, I hear you. I hear you. Hey, y'all. Where you from? I'm from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. My family's from Haiti. I live on the West Coast. All that. I found that I had to separate myself to find it. Yes. You are pretty cool and the most uplifting stranger to me. We ain't strangers no more, Brittany. We family. Yes, welcome in. Hi, New York. Do you think I'm going to come back power? Yes, you have that. You have that. You have that already in you. What's the topic, Tony? What's the topic? We were talking about making sure that our inner work is done first so that we can show up for ourselves externally. So we can show up for ourselves on the outside. Yes, definitely long lost, but definitely found family. Yes. We are no longer strangers, honey. Yes, I am here for y'all. I am. We are family. Yes. Sister from another mister. Okay? And I got a few brothers from another mother in here. Okay? I appreciate all y'all. I really do. I'm so proud of y'all for fighting. Every single time I see y'all faces and y'all names pop up on the screen. Thank you for the follow, Blossom. It shows me that you're still fighting. And that's what let me know that you have the comeback power. That's what lets me know that you have greatness in you. That's what let me know that you can overcome any adversity that you're facing. That's how I know that. And I stand 10 toes down on that. For all y'all. Welcome in, Logan. We got this. We got this. Yes, and I'm the baby in the family, and I've always wanted a sister. Well, I have sisters, always wanted additional siblings. Welcome in, Ricky. Yes. Well, what do they say in Toy Story? You got a friend in me. Okay? Yes. We are in this together, y'all. We are no longer in a space. You are no longer in a space where you are alone, where you are by yourself. Even when we are alone, we are not in a space of loneliness. Yes, you heard me singing. Oh, thank you, Blossom. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you saying that. Okay, y'all. I cannot be on here and preach and teach and say boundaries and I have poor boundaries, okay? That's not how it goes. I do have good boundaries. I like to respect my boundaries because, again, when we don't respect our boundaries, other people won't respect our boundaries, okay? That's my takeaway, again, and that's going to be my nice little segue to get out of here. If we do not respect our boundaries, other people will not respect our boundaries. And so, what I want to say to end us, again, for those who don't know our motto is, if there is no enemy within, then the enemy outside can do us no harm. If there is no enemy within, then the enemy outside can do us no harm. Okay? Y'all remember that? Much love to you, sweetie. Y'all remember that? I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be here a lot earlier, but we'll be here tomorrow. And I'm so excited that y'all are here and that y'all found me. Y'all go ahead and share. And I will see y'all tomorrow.